Hello everybody, this is Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Quest for Glory 2 Trial by Fire, the VGA remake, The Thief Path. Well, we are here in the city of Rasier, but alas there is not much here to see. The woodwork in this door has seen better days, but on the whole the condition of the door seems better than the overall condition of the city. You can make out the mountains beyond the buildings to the south. And yeah, we can see, instead of directions, we see signs that say, instead of signs, all of the street names are now rules. So rules must be obeyed, follow the system, you must carry your visa at all times, and there's nobody passing except for the guards. It is forbidden to be on the streets at night. And if we try going down any of the side streets, like say heading toward the palace of the Emir looms ominously over the city. Women shall remain indoors at all time and be veiled at all times. Anyway, we don't really need to explore the city. A quick glance at the skyline tells you how much decline the city is in. And finding our way around is not that difficult, because it turns out that the city is a literal mirror of Shapir. While Rasier and Shapir are supposed to be twin cities, a large part of the city appears to be blocked off. At least you can use the map to see where you are. And yeah, sure enough, and this is another addition from the VGA one, because yes, the streets are in fact perfect mirrors, but at least now we have the option of being able to find where we are. Unfortunately, you'll note that the fountain is dry, a cracked and pitiful sight. Yep, so there's no shops. Nothing really to hold our interest here. And I think if we head this way, this street will in fact be blocked off. Everything not mandatory is forbidden. Some men are more equal than others. You know, slavery is freedom, peace is slavery, that sort of thing. But yeah, the original game, all the streets leading toward the palace were blocked off. Maybe we can get there. All men are equal. Yeah, if we turn left, eventually we'll get there. This used to be a rather ritzy sign, but the owner, if still in business, apparently couldn't afford to maintain it anymore. Okay, almost there. And yep, there's the palace. So yeah, really nothing to see here. And yeah, nice eerie music. An order from a guard is a rule. And whoop. Rules must be obeyed, follow the system. I think this is the street that leads back to the Fountain Plaza eventually. And that ignorance of the law is no excuse. Okay, so apparently we can explore Rasier a little bit, but doesn't look like there's much point to doing it. You're being watched. The street has been barricaded off. The sign reads, "Road closed by order of Kaveen." Well, nothing here except for the Blue Parrot Inn, so let's go check out the Blue Parrot Inn. Of all the gin joints in all the world, you had to walk into this one. A hush comes over the bar as people notice you and eye you sullenly. Will you look what crawled in from the desert? He's been out in the sun so long his hair has gone yellow. Now, Wilmer, he is a stranger to our fair city. You wouldn't want to give him the wrong opinion about the hospitality of Rasier. Come here, stranger. I see you've already made the acquaintance of Kaveen, our illustrious captain of the Rasierian Guard. So perhaps you already have an idea of Rasierian hospitality. Come here, sit down, and let us have a chat, you and I. Welcome to the Blue Parrot. I am Ferrari. Signor Ferrari. Sit down, my dear sir. Relax. You are among friends here. And if you don't get the reference here, this gentleman is modeled on Sydney Greenstreet from The Maltese Falcon. If you don't mind my saying so, you look like a man with a mission. I like that in a man. But perhaps a word of caution. In a city such as Rasier, there are many depths to the problems. Do not try to change things here too quickly. You will find the system is not so bad once you get used to it. However, it would be very dangerous to try and alter that system. You might make enemies. Enough of such morbid thoughts, though. Perhaps we should share a drink in honor of our new relationship. Would you prefer a Rasierish coffee or a gin sling? Answer: gin sling. A wise choice. I dislike a man who doesn't drink. It reveals a distinct lack of trust, and you can trust me, my good sir. Never trust anyone who says, trust me. Wilmer, a drink for our young friend. Let us drink to our fortunate meeting. It seems you do not drink. Perhaps you don't trust my drinks. Haha, you are indeed a dangerous man. I like that. You will do well in Rasier. But now, my friend, it is time we discuss some things together, you and I. I wish to tell you a story, a fable that has a moral. How you choose to react to this moral is your own life. As you all know, the old Emir was disposed last year, and his brother took over the palace. Rasier used to be a place with very few laws and restrictions, a place where the streets were filled with people and merchants and water flowed freely from the fountain. That has changed with the coming of Kaveen and his master. A new order has been established. The weak have perished or fled. Only the strong who adapted remain. Those who could not adapt were destroyed. You are strong, but it remains to be seen how adaptable you are. It would be a great shame for you to wind up in Kavin's dungeons. Enough of that for now. I have someone I'd like for you to meet. Ugart, I would like to introduce you to Matt. And this is a character modeled upon the Peter Lorre character from The Maltese Falcon and Casablanca. I am very pleased to meet your acquaintance. I have heard much about you already. Your great hero provides an invaluable service to members of his community. He obtains things for others which are otherwise unobtainable. For a nominal fee, of course. It seems he has some information for you. A rumor, perhaps, that may influence your actions. I shall be happy to share some information for, say, 5 dinars? I am most pleased to meet your acquaintance. It is always so good to meet new associates with whom to do business. It seems before I give you what you want, you should give me what I want. It is only fair. Now, my dinars, please. Okay. Kavin has sent the word out to his men that you are to be watched at all times. It seems that someone is very interested in your actions. You should be aware that Kavin does not usually greet strangers at the gate. You are expected. Why would he, capital H, take an interest? There is the little matter of a prophecy to be fulfilled, and this one might be the one. I've suspected before that you are a dangerous man to have around, Matt. It seems I am correct. Still, it would be interesting to see how this game plays out. You may stay tonight in the first room past the door on the left. At this point, we can start talking to everybody. So let's go ahead and ask about Ugart. You may call me Ugart. Rumor. I make my living off rumors. Being expected. The someone told Kavin to watch out for you. It is interesting to see Kavin play the lackey around here. Someone. Kavin is not the person in charge of Rasier, although he would like to believe otherwise. Person. About that one I can say no more. It is said that the whisper of his name will draw his attention. I have no wish for him to notice me. Kavin likes to be the one to run here to give orders around here. Yeah, he likes to be the one to give the orders around here. He is not happy when he is forced to follow them. Okay, prophecy. It is said that someone is waiting for someone to open a door to something. I have had no more desire to learn about it. Things dealing with magic are best left alone. And someone. Ferrari. We are old friends, are we not, Ferrari? There is much profit to be made here if a man keeps his eyes open for opportunity. It would be hard for someone such as myself to make a living there. There are so few laws to work around. In service, I do what I can to help those poor unfortunates who live around here. Water is my specialty. Water. Since the fountain is dried up, the only place to get water is from the Emir's men. The only place other than myself, that is. It is surprising how much water is worth when one is thirsty. My water will cost you 20 dinars, sir. Guard takes your money and pours some water from his supply into your water skins. Yeah, because I have 3 full water skins now. Well, in case you hadn't figured out where we are now, it is best that you speak to Signor Ferrari about such matters. If you have no further need of me, sir, there are thirsty customers in need of my wares. And there actually are a few other things we can ask him about, which I should have done before now, so bugger. Of course, some of the stuff we can ask him about is, well, not really secret, but, what the heck. I am kind of curious and would like to see what I can get from him out of these secret topics. Okay, so we'll go ahead, have a seat. let's see if I can actually drink the drink this time. Or it just automatically does not have me drink because I'm a thief and I know better. And yeah, screwed the pooch by not trying to click there. So, and run through this one more time. Oh, and one detail you may have noticed. Oh, join me this evening and we will talk some more. I think I may have some information which may prove useful to you. I will see you later. I have some thinking to do now. Yeah, so there actually was a point to us walking around. Yet it lets get you Gart right away, but yeah. If we check the background, it's an ex-parrot. It had one too many, that is to say, one Jin Slings. Actually, it's just pining for the fjords. Leave him there. He's the mascot. There is a large closed door blocking your way. Apparently, the sleeping rooms are only accessible at night. And this may lead to one of the more annoying things about the game. You spend an hour trying to avoid contact with the rest of the room's occupants. Yeah, well, because the original game, it would not let you rest in the room. Yeah, you can't access your room until nightfall, so really we have absolutely no way of being able to rest apart from running around exhausting ourselves and hopefully being able to get the game to let us finally move on with it. Don't feel like resting right now. Well, let's try talking to the bartender for a bit. Ask about drink. We sell water for 50 centimes, Rasier coffee for 75, and gin slings for a dinar. Water. What else can you say? Get water in the city. The waterman only comes in once a week. Waterman. The emir's man sells a week's worth of water for 10 dinars. This city is known for its coffee. You will not forget one once you've tried one. Yeah, let's go for a Signer for you, punk. And that's all we can get out of him. Go bother someone else. Big thief sign. Boy, did you look silly. Okay, let's try the coffee. The coffee has been boiled for hours, it would appear, and it best resembles brown ooze. You can understand why people remember Rasier coffee. Inside the glass is a thick black molasses-like substance that can be nothing other than Rasier coffee. It tastes very bitter, yet the flavor is oddly likable. Oh, what the heck, let's get a sling too. The drink sizzles in the glass. It's the only way to get the glasses in here clean. There appears to be steam rising out of the glass. The gin sling, the house specialty of the Blue Parrot, reminds you a bit of the dragon's breath they served in Spielberg. Which is a cue for us to save before we drink it. Wow. You now know where the drink got its name. You feel as if you've been slung by a djinn. And yeah, We were just hardy enough to manage it, though. Either that, or I never actually did take healing pills after the fight with the Saurus. So they may have just knocked my stamina down, but, please do not disturb me, I need to think. Yeah. Here we go. Ah, when I first saw you, I said to myself, there's a man who knows how to play the game. I appreciate that in a man. Know this, though. I am the Thieves Guild here. Do not even think of using your skills around here without consulting me first. And I don't think we can tell Ferrari about anything. And we can't talk to him at the moment. So I gotta try and run around the city a bit more until we finally can talk to you great again. And now I see why they set this little loop up, because it does at least give you something to do. After an hour's rest, we feel better. Sunset's approaching, so yay, finally. And running, and running, and running, and running. Come join me here, my dear sir. You are still a novelty in Rasier, and I have a vested interest in all things new. It is time we discuss some things together, you and I. And run through this. Alright, 5 dinars. And we've given an inn room. Okay, so things we can ask him about. We already know this name because it was given to us by Aziza. No, nothing! I know nothing about him. It is best such a name be forgotten. Yeah, we can also ask about the Emir. The new Emir is as big a fool as his brother was. I have heard that he hides in the palace and will not leave his room. We can also ask about the Kata. There was one Kata that remained behind when the others left. I have heard that he went into hiding, but no one has seen him since. We can also ask about Kaveen. Kaveen is a very dangerous man to trifle with, and there are many ways to get around him. We can also ask about the palace. The palace of Rasier is very lovely and dangerous. All the wealth of Rasier remains there, and all the dungeons as well. We can also ask about the fountain. Since the fountain does not give water, it stands to reason that someone has to, and you would not believe how much the Emir's men charge for water. It is a crime. Fortunately, my prices are much more affordable. And that would be a queue. Pay our 20 dinars. And that is all we can get out of you. Great. So with that, then we can now talk to Ferrari. Ferrari just gestures you away with the fly swatter. You find the bartender glaring at you. You've already announced yourself to Signor Ferrari. The huge man has a jovial expression as he proceeds to swat a fly with the tail of some sort of animal. This patron looks to have enjoyed the house specialty, the gin sling, to excess. Through the haze of smoke, you see a place that reminds you a bit of a dream which turned into a nightmare. These drapes must have been very beautiful once. The shelves contain several types of glassware, each of which appears to be supporting several types of bacteria. You see a customer enjoying his drink. The man stares back at you. This is not the face you associate with bartenders. It reminds you more of Bruno from Spielberg. Definitely not a man to mess with. Okay, I don't think we're going to talk to Ferrari anymore. I should like to speak with you tomorrow about the use of your skills. As head of all illegal activity in Rasier, I'm an influential and respected man, and I have no intention of letting an amateur jeopardize my position, if you understand my meaning. Good night for now. And yeah, we launch immediately into... This drab and filthy room will make a jail cell feel comfortable. It's a mouse! You slept fitfully, dreaming of rat-like monsters pulling at you. In your dream, you felt cruelly exposed, but you recovered. Senor Ferrari sends his regrets, but he had some rather disturbing news. He will talk to you this evening. Alright, well, not much else to do at the moment, so we will go ahead and stop here. And next time, we will begin our second day in Rasier. See you then.